Hey, what's up everyone? You already know who it is, and I'm sorry that this video is so late. My only excuse is that I've been sick in bed for the past couple of days, unable to make videos, at least until now. So of course, the first video I need to upload is the weekly recap of the patch notes for the 14th of March. The main content release is Raw-Bomb's Enlightenment, which if you still don't know, it's a combination of two pre-awakening skills. It doesn't lock those skills, but it adds a new skill to your arsenal that kinda resemble the two that you use to combine. Now, you have two options at level 56, and you can only have one or the other. You can activate this in pre-awakening by hitting Shift X, however, it's actually recommended that you quick slot it because you can use it in Awakening with a quick slot and it'll switch you out of Awakening to use this brand new skill. Now, every single class has two different options, and for most classes, it's pretty obvious which one is better. Just ask someone who has it or look it up on Inventing Global. However, these are pretty amazing, just brand new skills out of the blue. Korea's had them, we've wanted them for so long, and we finally have them. We only have the level 56 versions, however. I just want to mention for the future that Korea already has Raw-Bomb skills for level 57. They have nothing to do with what you choose at level 56, but they are two brand new options at level 57, and once again, you can only pick one or the other. I'm sure they have some different key binding. I'm sure it's also better to just quick slot it instead. However, just letting you guys know that there's going to be more options in the future, so you're going to have one level 56 and one level 57 Raw-Bomb skill that you can use, and each one you can have an option. It won't be like the same as everyone. It's a pretty cool concept. However, there's still going to be the cookie cutter skills, so it's pretty much you want one for a reason. A huge PvP content release is actually in these patch notes today, and it's so much that I don't think we can really break this down into detail in this video, but basically we have team battles and final battles, and I'm going to try and summarize as best as I can. Starting with final battles, these are actually already in the game. The way final battles worked for guilds before was that you could final battle a guild that you're decked on, set a certain amount of money and a certain amount of deaths, and whoever got that many kills first paid the other guild that much money, and it just happened automatically once that was met, and that was a pretty trash system. It was basically just like GVGs, you just deck on someone, but now there is a whole system to the final battle. Final battle is something entirely different. It has 3 different types of rounds, and if you win the first 2, you don't have to do the third round, but each round is uniquely different, and it's pretty crazy how unique this is. The first round they call a normal match, and it's a 20v20 deathmatch, so 20v20, last skill alive wins. That's it. The next round is head-to-head duels. Each guild, instead of picking 20 members, picks 5 members to represent the guild, and instead of all 5 members fighting it out in a deathmatch, they actually send one at a time to 1v1 duel. The winner has to fight whoever the losers send out next until all 5 of them are dead. Whoever wins, if you win both rounds, the first and second round, you actually do not have to do the third round. The third round is much like the first round, however, there is no limit on how many players can join. It is an all-out deathmatch, and you can bring all 100 guildies to fight for you. So, going all the way back to team battles, this is basically the same thing, however not for guilds. It's a place where you can randomly queue up as a solo adventurer and get grouped into a group of 5. The first 2 rounds of the team battles are actually the 1v1 style, where you are in a group of 5, but you get sent out one at a time. And if you need a tiebreaker, at the end there is actually an option for a tiebreaker deathmatch of a 5v5 match. So it's a pretty cool way to randomly queue and have some experience before even joining a guild, if that's what you want to do. And you can do it on Balanos, Serendia, Calphion, Media, Valencia, all the 2 channels, so make sure you're on a 2 channel. It's the same channels where you horse race. So, very cool system. Very cool to get into it. If you want to practice in team battle before a guild expects you to do the same thing, that's a pretty good decision, so you can get the feel of it. And it's the same basic concept, but a guild is a much larger scale. Oh, I should probably talk about the events really quickly. If you didn't know what the events for the clovers are, basically all you need is 23 leaf clovers and 24 leaf clovers, and you get a box. That's apparently all that it is. You can get the 3-leaf clovers from Fish and Gathering, the 4-leaf clovers from defeating monsters, and if you get a 6-leaf clover, apparently it doesn't do anything but give you a buff for experience, so just right-click them, I guess. But the other 2 are the important ones, and you get a box, and this box has stuff in it, so good stuff. 2 more weird updates. Contribution points. Apparently, if you have less than 500 contribution points, the XP needed to get more contribution points has been reduced. So that means we get contribution easier, I don't know how much easier, but I mean, anything at this point is good, right? So that's nice. Another thing is that the new UI of the My Information page that was already in Korea, that Korea's actually had for quite a while, we got for 1 week, and then apparently they realized that it was so bad, they actually just took it out of the game. They just completely reverted back to what it was. I'm not sure if it's... I'm honestly not sure what it's like in Korea, if the Koreans even care, but apparently, I mean, I agree it was pretty bad because they moved all like the life skills in a different order, and they made everything like... I don't know. There's already feedback and better suggestions of custom-made UI that people have made in Photoshop or whatever program they're using on Reddit that they could have just used instead, and it would have been so much nicer. So hopefully they can actually refine this and give us something that we like. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And you know what time it is? It's time to look at the Pearl Shop. So today they have a lot of value packs of different items just bunched up into a pack that's pretty cheap for what you're getting. They also have some new horse stuff. However, I'm not too interested in all of that. There's something at the very bottom of today's cash shop that is actually a very unique item. Now, we saw this in Korea, I think, in the black market, but this is in the Pearl Shop. So what we have is processing EXP transfer coupons, and actually EXP transfer coupons for almost all life skills. They even have sailing, but I don't think they have hunting for whatever reason, but I think they have most, if not all, the other life skills. And this is a pretty unique thing because it allows you to transfer all of the experience, even if you're like a guru, whatever, guru fisher, guru trader, whatever it is, you can transfer from one character to another. I think when you transfer it to another character, it even adds on to what the character already had, correct me if I'm wrong, but overall, it's just a way to transfer life skill experience. Now you do have to spend 2,200 pearls per life skill, like each individual life skill, but for classes that were literally not out when you were leveling those life skills and the ability to transfer that life skill to your new character, that's something pretty special. Now the only thing that I have to say about this, why is it only available until March 28th? It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason why they can't just leave it in the cash shop forever. Why is it just going to disappear? Especially when there's a brand new class in Korea called Lon that we're supposed to get eventually and probably won't be even in the game until after then. So I'm not really sure why they would like have it only for a limited time. They're definitely going to bring it back at some point. There's no way it would just be a one-time thing. But why is it limited at all? I don't understand. Just leave it in the game. If you're going to put it in the game, just leave it in the game. I don't know. That's actually something that I would want to see in the cash shop, even though it's kind of ridiculous to spend that much money for, like, let's say, all of these life skills. But over time, if you're going to do one life skill on your main character anyways, why not just add the experience you put in for the several years before that character was even created? Like, why not? So it's a cool concept, I think. It was cool to see, but not available till March, after March 28th. That's kind of sad. Alright, well with that, I think we've covered everything. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys later. I love you. Bye bye.